I think Bernd is just the most incredible producer one can imagine, because he is absolutely fanatical about films, and he's been around for a while, so with a lot of people it gets a bit less. With him I think it gets, in the best way, worse and worse. He's really fanatical about what he does. He totally enjoys it. He loves films. He is a businessman, of course, but I don't get much sense of that while I'm working with him. I'm working with him really as a creative partner to a degree that is very, very enthusiastic and supportive. He's in the best way a producer that asks you for everything and is very demanding, and then when he realizes you're ready to go that far, he totally lets you go. People love this novel to a degree that is extremely private and intimate. They have an intimate relationship with this character and with the way the novel is written, and I understand it. Because it is about something very intimate. It is about the world of smell, and of course about that very unusual system of understanding the world and even understanding life. We understand a lot about life through smell and through our nose, because it somehow reflects our instinctive system on the one level. Instinctively we react to people before we even know what we think about them. We have already a reaction, and that's very often strongly related to what we smell on them. It's a story that's set in 18th century, and there's of course much meaning to that, but it's about something that is as important today, and that could be told today very much so too. It's the story of somebody who longs for recognition, puts on a fake aesthetic surface, and makes people for a moment completely fall for him, only to realize that that's not what he wanted and that's not what he was looking for. And that's a story in times of today. I think it's so contemporary in a specific sense that you think this is so much about what in this world, in the celebrity world that we live in the world that is so much about, half of the magazines you read today are only about that idea, the idea of people creating an aesthetic appearance of themselves, and other people therefore believing they have a relationship to them. And of course, none of that is real. There's something about Ben that is really indescribable. There's, beyond his intelligence as an actor and his really strong range of emotional understanding, there is a combination of a physicality that is half completely controlled, of course, and half fascinatingly accidental, that gives him an appearance that is really difficult to judge, because there's something extremely attractive, I think, about him, and something extremely unsettling. It's not Ben, of course, it's the way he did Grenouille. The way he did this character. I knew from the beginning that, I even know when I reread the novel and I felt like, okay, if this is really going to happen, that I'm going to direct this film, that's his character. It's so much, I think it's perfect for Dustin. Baldini is all this kind of wonderful mix that also Dustin brings already along, which is the quirkiness, the intelligence, it's of course also the fun part of the film. Also something about an aging genius that is a little in a struggle and still ready to fight and to look for new challenges. All that's there, and I know that he absolutely understood the character from his heart. We were looking for somebody who both can serve as a caring, loving father, as well as the antagonist to Grenouille, or like the main competitor. Because in a way you feel like Grenouille is invincible because he's so obsessed with his vision that you feel like, okay, nobody can stop him except maybe this one guy. So you needed somebody with a strong presence, with somebody with gravitas, and at the same time with a sensibility and a warmness that both these elements could come together. And Alan Rickman seemed to be the perfect choice.